Welcome back. Today we're testing Arc Raiders running on the Xbox Ally X. I'm going to show you how it performs, gameplay, and what settings I'm using in order to get that performance. Now before we get started, if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more Xbox Ally X videos, and let's get to it. Now frame rate is on screen so you can track that throughout the performance, and we're going to start off with what settings I'm using. So window mode is set to borderless full screen. AMD FSR is disabled, but if you want, you can enable that, and that's going to give you frame gen. It's going to double your FPS. I just don't like that myself. Everything else is pretty much set the way it is, except for field of view. I did change it to 80, but it is set to 70 by default. Now the RTX global illumination set to static, and then the overall quality level, I bumped it all up to medium. If you want a little bit more FPS and don't mind the quality of the graphics, you could always go ahead and set that back down to low. It's up to you preference wise, and then everything else is left as is. So if you want, these are the settings I'm using, and then within Armory Crate, I am using the 17-watt performance mode. If you want, you could also go ahead and use a manual 20 watt, and I'll give you just a little bit more FPS on top of that. So while testing in open areas, performance did stay between 35 to 40 FPS, and in tighter situations it'll get to like 40-45 FPS. Now during gameplay there wasn't really any noticeable stutters or tearing, which is why I left VSync off, and even in the combat, as you can see here, the FPS doesn't drop below 30. And with about an hour to 2 hours of gameplay so far on the handheld, this is pretty much the same exact experience across the board. Now there is something extra I wanted to add. I wanted to mention, normally when I play third person or first person shooters, the joysticks can feel a bit tricky and accuracy isn't really that great, especially coming from someone who plays mostly on console like myself. Controllers on the PC handhelds usually don't have the same level of aim assist you get on console, but with Arc Raiders it actually felt surprisingly responsive. The aiming was smooth and the accuracy felt consistent. I've got to give credit to that, especially after playing Battlefield 6 where the controllers didn't feel nearly as precise. But that was me, and that's just what I feel. If you're plugged in, you can enable 35-watt turbo mode. With that, I saw a 10 to 15 FPS boost while keeping the same 1080p medium setting, averaging mid 40s to 55 FPS with occasional peaks at 60 FPS. This provides the smoothest experience, so if you're playing at home and have power access, I recommend using that setup. For battery play, stick with the 17-watt medium settings for the best balance of performance and efficiency. If you can also enable frame generation in the settings to nearly double your FPS, however, it may introduce a bit of input lag, so just keep that in mind. Other options is switching to 900p instead of 1080 for better performance at the cost of some visual detail. Overall, Arc Raiders runs well on the Xbox Ally X, and I had no issues and generally enjoyed my time with it. If you have any questions or want to share your own settings, drop them in the comment section so others can benefit from them. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Xbox Ally X content, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, I wanted to just randomly add this gameplay here because I didn't know this was a thing. So I'm just playing the game. I'm trying to extract. I don't really have audio when I'm recording, so I didn't hear the hovering of the AI around me. I obviously see the lights and whatnot, but I think that's just part of the bunker. And then I get completely shredded. I don't know what happened. I must have been low on health or I had no armor or something, but I just got melted. I thought I was dead. I thought I was done. But then I noticed that, you know, the thing's still going off. So I thought, what if maybe I just crawl in and it will still extract me? Turns out that does actually happen. So if you go down by AI and you just already had activated the bunker to extract and you happen to walk in, you can still activate the computer control panel and it will just let you extract and you leave with everything you have. Obviously, if you die by actual players, they're just going to kill you and loot you, but I thought this was cool. So if you're happen to play Arc Raiders and you're still watching right now, just know that if you try to extract and you happen to go down, just crawl in, go to the computer, and he'll still activate it and you'll extract and you'll pretty much win. I don't know if you'll consider that winning, but I thought that was a really cool feature. That was pretty neat. So as you see here, you just go up to it, press X, and he does a whole animation, activates it, and you pretty much win the game. So that's it from me. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.